Hey guys, welcome back to our video today on Infection Free Zone. Today's video will be featuring the game, mechanics, and everything you need to know about the game for you to have a fun and enjoyable time. Today will be a tutorial video basically. We're going to show you some basic stuff that you need to know before you start heading into the game, okay? And after that, we'll also teach you some tips and tricks that I learned while playing the game. So first things first we want to talk about is choosing your location. It is one of the most important things in the game. I'm really I can't put enough emphasis on the location, but you will if you try to choose like hard locations, you'll know what I'm talking about with resource abundancy. For a start, if you want to learn the game, I recommend you playing on one of the basic starting locations of the game. It is in Cambridge, UK. You can just head to the main menu, press play, and select the already set up location for you. Why do I want you to play in this location is for very simple reasons. There is enough resources around you, natural resources. There is enough buildings for you to loot, and there is enough abundancy and unique resources around you to get your game started and get you fast on track. We'll explain these in steps. For a start, the unique resources around you. There is multiple teaching facilities located all across and in radius around your HQ within walking distance of your looting squads. And also there is multiple shops or restaurants that will give you an abundant amount of crates of food because you need it for your colony to survive. Also, there is multiple find up resources. These might give you tools and other resources that you need. The other thing is there is a lot of service facilities for weapons. There's one located in the main town. There is one located to your left on the outskirts, and also multiple located farther. When you manage to find a car, you will be able to get these pretty easily. Also, the defensibility of the location. As you can see, there's many buildings around me. So if I want to establish a survival zone, I can do it in a very fast way that will get me to have my survivors set up with the minimum amount of resources needed to establish a defense. Also, there's super decent, super good areas of like fire that you can set up, bases of fire, sorry, that you can have your squad sit in and they can just shoot these zombies all around you while you're sitting safe with your survivors and workers. So, the first thing is the most important resource that you want to keep an eye on. I'll rank them from the most important to the lowest, is the wood. Wood is one of the most important things in the game. Everybody that I've talked to in the gaming server and in their Discord, I've seen multiple feedbacks. They all point to one important thing with resources. It is wood. Wood is so scarce in the game that if your location doesn't have as much wood, you're going to struggle to build many buildings. As you can see in one of my videos, I struggled with wood for a bit when I was playing in Italy because I was running out so fast because most buildings in the game uses wood, and I'll show you exactly what buildings use wood in the game as well. And the other thing is if you want to repair anything, like for example your towers that have all the guards inside are all basically made of wood at this current stage of the game. So if you want to upgrade them, you can't because it's all locked, and you're going to have to every time they get damaged, you want to repair them, and you're going to use wood. So it's going to keep racking up that resource cost that you can't if you can't have any wood resource available around you, you're going to have to keep deconstructing buildings. And the issue with that is they give you three resources at one go. So for example, if I wanted to construct this abandoned say apartment building, it will give me 106 wood, it will also give me raw metal, and it will also give me bricks. The issue with that is you're going to need to establish a big stash house or warehouses for you to handle all these resources, and you're going to keep running out of wood, and you're going to pile up on the other resources, but you're not going to find any use for them. This is one of the issues that I faced while playing the game. So for a start, why I'm telling you to play this location is Cambridge, UK. As you can see, I already did a circle for a scavenging task. You can have wood. Wood. There is an abundance of wood here. There's 412. So you're kind of set up for a start. This radius is all this is all the blue wood that is around you, and you can also expand to this area. It has a lot of wood. This one is super loaded with wood, and yeah, this is it for the wood. So the other resource is metal. Metal is super important in the game because after wood you will be needing metal. And this location also features 105 raw metal resource just lying around. Basically, the raw metal here is scavenged from vehicles, destroyed vehicles, and it is scavenged from lighting poles, anything metal size, anything established in the map that the map can read and build into your game. It will scavenge and it will count as a wood, as a metal. The third important thing is brick. The reason I said brick is the least important because when you're playing the game, what you want to set up what you want to start is with you usually start with wood and you keep using wood and then you start using metal and at the end all the way when you reach like a decent amount of stability you can start using bricks to build these brick walls, these fortified walls, fortified gates, etc. So brick is really is also important, I mean, but it is the least important thing I found for myself while I'm playing the game. The most important other thing in the game that you need to keep an eye on is deconstruction. As I said, you can deconstruct buildings to get as many resources as you want, but you can also do that to open new ways for you to progress and build. So if I wanted to, for example, build farms in this area and I don't have enough space for it, I can just go ahead and deconstruct all these buildings, and then the space is going to be empty, and I can build my walls and farms in that zone. So you can also change the map map layout, if we want to call it that, and the terrain layout around you for your needs, depending on what you want to do. The other important thing I wanted to talk about is the squads. You really need to manage your squads. The squads are the essence and soul of your game. Without them, you basically cannot loot anything outside. You cannot defend your base if you don't have any towers, and you're also going to have multiple events that really depend on squads. In my opinion, keep from 2 to 3 squads active all the time. Keep one squad if you are below 40 population. Keep 2 squads if you're above 50, and keep 3 squads if you're above 70. This is more than enough at the start of the game for you, and you are going to have a blast with having that many squads. As you can see, depending on your starting location, also you can have multiple squad levels. So you can have from 1 all the way to 5. Uh, if I'm playing in Cambridge, other locations may offer you 6 total. Other locations may only give you 4. It depends on the population of the area you're playing in. So the game will keep that in mind and will calculate how many squads that you can play with the maximum. Obviously, this can be upgraded later when the game fully releases. You'll have other upgrades, but for now, this is the restriction that we're playing with. Let's talk about our HUD. So basically what I wanted you to look at is if you look at the top left menu, you're going to see 3 bars. If you look at the if you look at the top left menu of the game, you're going to see 3 bars. First things first is you're going to see the objectives, and the second bar is going to be the research panel. Okay, we'll explain that in a minute. This one is the law and order, and this one is the weather condition. Both of these are not available yet in the game. So let's talk about the research panel. The research panel is what you want to keep an eye on all the time, and you want to have people researching stuff 24/7 so you can get these technologies going. We'll explain all of these from the start. The infection. Basically, the first infection tab gives you basic knowledge, and it is related to infection, and this is more of a offensive slash resource management tab, if I want to say it. For example, you can have, or the way I say it's resource management and defensive. First things first is it's offensive because most of these researchable icons or tabs, let's say, give you the ability to destroy infected, and the others give you stuff that can help you treat and tame the infected. As you can see here in drug therapy, some infected can be tamed and treated as basic workforce. So you can have yourself an abundance of working force that are basically infected. And I'm not sure if you need to feed them, If you need to give them anything special, I'm not sure about that. Hopefully they only use drugs and they don't use anything else. So you can manage. You can have half your workforce working on something, and these infected doing the dangerous jobs outside the walls. We'll see how that turns on to the future. The med tab is basically the medical care. Gives you the ability to do to produce drugs, first aid, surgery, and get yourself some hospitals and med bays started. This tab is still locked in the alpha version. They will unlock it in the future. I'll show you the buildings, but I'll show you the buildings all in the game so you can see for yourselves what they can do. Also, the communication, they give you antenna, they give you triangulations. The triangulations is one of the most important thing. It allows you to track and where transmissions come from inside the game. So basically, if you receive a random distress signal, okay, you don't have like usually the game gives you 4 to 5 locations that you need to check before you can find it manually. And this ability, it can give you the exact location of it. Also, you can have advanced transmitters, medium range and long range transmitters. These transmitters, as you can see, increases expedition range. The expedition range, if I zoom out to the map, is these zones, unexplored area, unexplored area. All of these outside your main playable area, these are called expedition areas. As you can see, these areas are usable to basically give you the ability to go into like this area and make it produce multiple things so you can have and help your main colony. I'm guessing you won't be able to play inside it. It will be like a remote controllable zone. Like you basically can have this area set up to produce food, okay, to produce vegetables and grains. Maybe the other area is for construction materials. I'm not sure yet. All these things are only theoretical. I'm talking about. They haven't been added to the game yet, so we don't know what expeditions are yet. The other things you need to keep an eye on is the chemistry. Chemistry tab is mostly finished as of now. Also, obviously, they're going to add more stuff into it, but for now, it's really important. You wanna after you finish your basic antenna research and the other researches that you deem necessary for your build, you want to start doing the chemistry one for 2 main reasons. One, it gives you fuel. Fuel is kind of rare in the game so far as well, but you won't be needing it as much because you only use it for vehicles. And if you start building it yourself, you will have a lot of decent backup. And also, you need that to produce ammunitions. If I'm not mistaken, we'll check together in a minute. And the other thing you need to research is nitrocellulose powder. This nitrocellulose powder is basically just ammunition. It's a fancy name for ammunition. But yeah, it gives you the ability to unlock the arms factory and allows you to produce ammunitions for firearms there. It's a really important building because ammunition can and will be scarce later into the as you progress through the game, because you'll be using way more each day depending on the defenses. If you swap to assault rifles literally swallow up ammunition as fast as possible. So yeah, it is not a good thing. The arms production, you can have pistols and assault rifles. The pistols, for me, as of the playing stage of the game, pistols are more than enough. There is not that many hordes that keep attacking you. I managed to survive till day 100 on one of my saves, and the I didn't get to use assault rifle. I only had one squad with one assault rifle, and that's about it. But the towers did more than enough, and the gates as well. For your construction, you can create a tools factory. This tool factory will give you the ability to produce tools. The tools are kind of another important resource. You can use them in farms to build more farms, and you can also use them in producing weaponry. You can also have other researches like advanced woodworks, advanced metal, advanced masonry. These things are going to be for later use into the future of the game. So as of now, you cannot use them. Another important thing is the food tab. Food tab is really important because many people, when you start expanding into your survivors, you're going to get a lot of food. Uh, okay, so the farming tab slash food tab is one of the most important things in the game because as you progress through the game, you'll start noticing that your survivors or your food resources is always low, and you'll keep getting the notification that your survivors are dying from food production. It is really a hassle to maintain a decent food production because you Most of your workers will go into farms, and then you need to use the cookhouses to produce food, etc. It's a heavy cycle. However, when the winter hits, the food yields really drop and suffer because it's winter. You can't grow as much crops as you want. So I'll start building some buildings and design the area around my base, and we'll come back when I've done that. So,
2 hours later.
hey guys, we're back. We finished constructing the building. Obviously, I've done this through some certain console commands. I'll teach you after. Okay, so first thing is we press the scavenge button on the console command so we can see what resources are around us. So I can explain better why this location is really good. First, there is multiple food and a pistol. A lot of food, all these buildings on the top, fuel, ammunition, a lot of ammunition, tools you can build. So you're basically, if you choose this location, you're kind of set up for the game. If you progress down to the south here, you can find ammunition, ammunition, ammunition. Although there is not that many weapons currently in this zone close to you, but you have a lot of food, so you can set up yourself. If you go to a bit to the south here, you can see also this decent amount of ammunition, books. You can find a pistol here, etc. If you go deep down into the town, as you can see, look at this. There is loads and loads of ammunition. Who knew the UK was this loaded? Yeah, there's weapons here you can find in this police station. Look at this amount of ammunition you got. 18, you have 24 ammunition. This can just literally, if you just loot this three buildings, okay, you can have your ammunition set up for life. Obviously, these numbers are probably random generated or like there is a calculation for it, so you might not find the same resources or the same amount as I did. Okay, now let's go back to our base. So this base is set up. You can obviously I haven't built everything. This is just a starting idea. If you want, this is like what you can do if you'd like. This is not a must build base. This is just like one of my ideas and theories if you want to follow. So, as you can see, this is your HQ. I've surrounded it with walls all across. I am using the buildings as natural barriers, so the zombies won't be able to go inside and won't be able to attack me. Also, these haven't placed any towers yet because it also depends if you're going to deconstruct a building or two, so you can change the layout of the map. So I haven't constrained myself with any towers, but basically you have this gate here that can cover this area. If you press on it, it will give you the ability to look around what you want to do. Okay, these walls that will protect your eastern side and southern side, and you have also one to multiple like around 10 buildings that you can rehabilitate to your liking. So when we finish with this, you can see we have two shelters for resources. We have a workshop for production. We have a fuel factory, and also we have an arms factory, a research center, and four houses. This is more than enough for you to handle at least minimum 100 population, just pure minimum. Okay, as you can see in the mood, if your mood is full, fully like spread, if your mood is filled, your workers are going to have 40% efficiency. This is super duper important as it will help your workers produce more stuff in buildings and will also efficiency in other tasks you give them. What else I wanted to talk about is food. You have three types of food. You have cooked food and you have uncooked food. The cooked food is basically the cans of canned food and the cooking pots, and also the uncooked food is this grains and meat. The meat is later in game. You'll get the ability to hunt for animals, which will be useful for you to gather more food if you're suffering. And you have ammunition. You only have one type of ammunition currently. It's just magazines. Maybe in the future you get the ability to produce tank ammunition. For weapons, you have four weapons. You have a pistol, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and shotguns. Okay. The assault rifle and pistol are currently the only things available in the game, basically. In the basic game, the alpha version. You have the sniper rifles. There's a chance they might spawn in, but it's not that accurate. I haven't. This information is not that accurate, but the sniper rifles work. The shotguns don't currently work, but yeah. For your fuel, you have only one type of fuel. Maybe in the future they give you other types. I'm not sure. For your construction materials, as you can see, this tab gives you the ability to check how much you have from resources from everything. And in the materials area and the at the end, it is the one that it is used for specific buildings and applications. The first one is the fertilizer. This one is the medical tab, and this one is for the bombs. Yes, there is bombs in the game. You can have molotovs and normal grenades in the game. Okay, this is it for the base. Now let's talk about the other thing that you want to learn about is the cheat menu. Okay, the cheat menu is you want to press the apostrophe, this button on the top left of your keyboard, bit above tab and to the left of one. You press it, you get all of this awesome things that you can do. If you here, since I already enabled cheats, you can get the building. You can get the icon here that allows you to spawn to enable cheats. You press it, then you press the question mark. If you can see where I'm moving the mouse to the top right, you get all of these. You can change the language of the game. You can unlock research. You can switch fog of war, switch weather conditions, start transmissions, certain events. You can do whatever you want from this side. But in my opinion, please play the game first, get to know the game first, and have fun with it. And then you can, get creative with these buildings. And yeah, this is going to be it for the current tutorial of the game. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry if it's taking too long, but yeah, there is a lot of things I need to explain about this game. As you can see, I'm very enthusiastic about this game, and I really love it. And I wish this game, could just get as many developers as they need, so they can release it already. It's so cool. I'm so hyped about it. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment below. And also, please, guys, join my Discord community server and post your feedback there on anything you want. You can have also suggestions for your videos, and we can, have a fun time and play games together. Also, you can showcase me how you can show me your bases for what you have built in the game and any other game that we showed in our channel. And if you need anything, as always, drop them down in the section below and stay safe. Blazer out. See you later.